The highly anticipated new movie, Dunkirk, out today, already getting Oscar buzz based on a true story of heroic British troops trapped on a small strip of land during World War II.
Earlier this week, I sat down with 5 of the actors who portray those heroes. Finn Whitehead stars as Tommy. Harry Styles plays Alex. Jack Loudon plays Collins. Aniron Barnard plays Gibson. And Barry Keoghan plays George. Take a look. So set this up for us for people who may not be familiar with this story. You have some 400,000 troops, right? They're stranded. They see home. They can't get to it. I know it's a huge part of your history. So set it up for me.
Well, it's basically about Operation Dynamo, which is quite an integral part of British history.
Sure.
So it's just about this historic event in World War II where a lot of men were taken from Dunkirk beach and brought home by a load of civilian ships, which was a really incredible event for Britain.
Finn, since we're talking to you, this was a huge breakout feature film debut for you. Talk to me about what it was like being such a high-profile set. I mean, you guys are a dream team, essentially. What was that? What was that like for you?
We usually call ourselves.
I mean, I feel like, and I feel the brotherhood, so that obviously probably made it a little easier.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
Yeah.
How did you guys find it? I don't know.
Been part of
I love working with myself.
Great. I'm my own biggest fan, mate, yeah.
And Harry, this was your feature film debut for you. Obviously, you know, you performed for thousands and thousands of people, but for this role, were you nervous or how did you approach this?
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely nervous. It was, you know, it's completely different, I think, really, to music. It was a lot of fun. I really loved it. It was one of the best experiences I think I've had.
And Jackie, you know, I was talking earlier about the fact that we held our breath the entire time. A large part of that was because of your role. You play a Royal Air Force pilot. I can only imagine that shoot. Was it exhilarating? I mean, were you guys actually filming in the air, or I mean, look at these shots.
Yeah, we were. I mean, that's me in the air. That's me.
That's insane. But now tell me this. I was watching an interview yesterday. There was somebody else in there. No, seriously, because there were times where I was watching and I was nauseous. No, seriously, there were times where I had to kind of look away, so I can't even imagine doing that.
Yeah. Everyone got a bit of that. Kind of
seriously, how was that? Was it insane?
No, it was. I mean, we had, like, you know, some of the best people in the world working on this, and like the pilots were, you know, no exception to that. And you know, I think Barry did a great job as the pilot. And it turns out you can act as well. You know?
Well, look at that. Now tell me this, Aniron, there were some pretty, and I guess for a lot of you guys, intense scenes where you're underwater. Talk about the intensity of that for you guys. I can only imagine it was probably a challenge.
Yeah, it was, you know, and I think, you know, we all got tested with our swimming skills many different times. You never knew what wave was going to hit you. Not you, son. You had to just stay on the ground, yeah. But
he was on a boat.
Yeah, he's on a boat, but they just kept him on there. They didn't trust him in the water. Never know what Barry might do. Yeah.
And no, seriously, you know, it's interesting. It'd be different if you're in the water with wetsuits or water attire. But you guys had those, you know, the traditional. What do I call them? I don't want to call them costumes, but the uniforms. Exactly.
Yeah, that cardigan. That cardigan?
Did it sink? Exactly. Did it? You guys are a mess. If I was a teacher, I would have lost control of the class.
You can pull that off, only me.
So I will say this, in all seriousness, did it sink in for you guys, the gravity of the situation? Not just for you guys, but what it must have been like for these soldiers. I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's not lost on you. Especially, like, you know, we shot most of it on location.
Exactly.
And on Dunkirk Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think we all grew up knowing at least something about it because it is a part of our history. So it's kind of, it's hard not to be able to respect the place that this story comes from and try and treat it with a degree of respect.
So, and speaking of which, you know, this is one of those things where you can tell when you watch it, you put your heart and soul into it. All of you guys did a phenomenal job. What's it like for you when you're sitting in a premiere, you're sitting in a theater? Well, we haven't seen it yet, and we're enjoying it, but you know what's going to happen. Yes. You know, talk to me about that, Barry.
Yeah, I didn't know what I wet myself, whether I was sweating or what was going on. I'm being honest with you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why is that? Just because?
It was just tense, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is like, you know, we get given a script, and then every day we have to shoot all the stuff, you know, and we don't know what Chris is going to do in the edit either. So we have as much a surprise as the audience does, you know, for the first time round, to see what he's done with it and with his team, what magic he's brought to it all. So it's great and thrilling because you just didn't know what was going to happen next, even though we'd read the script.
Well, magic is a great word for it. Congratulations to you guys. Dunkirk is in theaters today. They are a fun bunch.
I can't wait to see it.
It's almost like they created a brotherhood just shooting it, and then now you can see it.
And definitely.
Really good.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.